Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is going to mark the first roundup of 2024 and I decided to switch up the format. I was getting a little bit bored, so I decided it could be fun to rank the products instead. So let me know if you enjoy this way more, that'd be very helpful. But now let's rank every single new product I've tried out this year so far. So here are the categories for the day. They're pretty typical for my roundup videos. I just wanted to test the waters out to see if you guys enjoy this more for this style of video, and if so, then I'd be open to adding more categories, and I'm open to your suggestions as well, as always. So let's go through them quickly. So up top are my top favorites and the products I would recommend right now. So these are really good quality and I see them becoming favorites for a long time. Below that we have the I like it section, but there may be some things that I've run into that pose a few questions, I guess, or there's things that I want to mention that may be a problem for you or it may not suit your personal tastes, so on and so forth. And then below that is the products I was disappointed by, or I just found that they were unremarkable. So for me, I wouldn't recommend these. And below that, I just felt like there's a few things here that I feel like I need to test out more. So those ones will be moving forward to next month's roundup. Starting off with the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. So I was super hyped up about this product. I think it's the first one I've tried out this year. I was so excited by it because it looks like a product like the Rose Inc Skin Enhancer or the Chanel Le Beige, and I love products like that, but I don't love their hefty price tag, so I was hoping that this one would be like a similar thing with a lower price, although this is pretty pricey for the drugstore. I'll get into that in a moment. So far, I've had a super inconsistent result with this. Every time I use this, I can't predict what it's going to look like. So it's been very unreliable. There's a few times I've gone in with it and I've had to wipe it off. And those few instances have shelved this product for me. Like I don't have a lot of time to like mess around with my complexion on most days. So this one was just like, I don't know. There's a few things I've noticed too, like the pigment spheres and the serum kind of don't mesh well together. You'll see that in my B-roll. Like it never meshes into one product. It always stays two. And I found that you get an inconsistent pump each time. Sometimes it will pump out just serum with just a few pigment spheres, or sometimes it'll pump out way more pigment spheres than serum. It's a really weird thing and I don't like that. It just makes the whole process a little wishy-washy for me. I can imagine that this kind of product takes a lot of technology and research and just resources to like create this kind of thing, especially at a drugstore price point. I believe this is almost $30 Canadian. I think like $27.99 to be like very exact. And that's really expensive for kind of like a mid product. I don't know. I found this one to be also very fussy to apply, even fussier than the Rose Inc one. I've kind of mastered my technique with that one, but this one kind of gives me an inconsistent result every time too. Like every time I feel like I have a handle on it and that I figured it out, it switches up on me. And you can only put like a pretty small amount of this. It's really hard to build up, or else it kind of rehydrates and it makes it really slippy and weird feeling on your skin. All in all, I would say that this is a product you could steer clear of. Oops, steer clear of. It doesn't ring true quality to me. Following up, we have the Kosas BB Burst Tinted Gel Cream. So I've had a very horrendous experience with this one, unfortunately. I was so hyped up for it, but I have issues with Kosas's complexion products. First of all, I cannot stand the smell of them. It's like the essential oils that they use. It just smells really off-putting to me and I smell it on my face all day. So that's like a big no-no for me right up front. But this I could not get to work for me at all. The first couple times I've used it, it completely pilled on me. It pilled on top of my skincare. So I tried it on top of just bare skin. It still ended up pilling on itself. I've tried it with a brush, a sponge, my fingertips, all of it. And I would always just get a very okay look. Even if it was laying nicely on my skin without any pilling anywhere, it would still just be okay to me. The effect was not worth the fuss for me. And I am not willing to bend on my skincare routine that is so good for my skin. Like I do not feel right going out in the world without my SPF, and that's how I would have to go about to wear this product, you know? I did figure out the best way to apply it is with a finger, and you have to be very meticulous with it. You can't like super rub it around. You have to be very slow and steady, and you have to build it up slowly. I don't know, it's just a hassle. It's not worth it in my opinion. It totally may be my skin type at play here. You may really like this if you have drier skin, but it just feels way too thick for how sheer it is. I feel like there's like a million better products than this one. So this is a heavy steer clear of, in my opinion. Then we have the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow Foundation. I actually really enjoy this one. If you have dry skin, I feel like you'd love this one as well. It doesn't really come close to the love I have for the original HD skin that they have here, but this one does give like an ultra glowy look with like a lightweight, barely there feel on my skin, which love that. It is really nice and buildable. It wears really well throughout the day. I only ran into one issue with this. It does not layer well on my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It actually just layers on my skincare really well and it lasts well. So one less step, that's fine with me. But you'll see, it comes with a lot of glow. And it's a little bit tacky, but it's not horrendous for how much glow this offers. So I really feel like if you have like a drier or normal skin type, you're going to adore this stuff. I want to play potions soon, and I want to mix these two and see what happens. I'll try that another day. So that one's going to go in my favorites for sure. I see myself using this one a lot in the winter time. I don't know how it's going to go for me like in the summertime when my skin is like fully hydrated, fully super oily, but we'll see. And then finally for foundations, I have the Fenty Beauty Stick one. This is a product I tried out in 2023, but I don't think I ever gave you like my solidified thoughts on it. It's not great for my complexion for some reason. Every time I wear it, it feels like it sits on top of my skin. It looks okay. I feel like it could offer my skin a lot more blur, especially because that's one of its biggest claims. Overall, I just don't like how it feels on my skin. It just kind of makes me feel overstimulated a little bit. I just feel a layer. It catches on my dry patches and it looks like it floats on my oilier areas. So to me, this is steer clear of. And I see a lot of people saying that this is like one of their favorite foundations, and whenever I see their videos, I feel like I've seen their skin look better in other foundations. There's just something about it that I just don't like at all. I have some concealers now. This one is the Fenty Beauty We're Even concealer, and I really enjoy this one. It's a little different than what I typically gravitate towards when it comes to concealers. It's really nice and hydrating, but not too much that it settles into all of my fine lines. It almost acts like the concealers I like, but with a hydrating appearance. So it kind of acts like one of those concealers that have like a thin consistency and that lean a little bit more matte and self-setting, but it has a nice glow to it. Really great coverage too. I can just use a little bit and it stretches a really long way. Nice and long wearing, and I've been reaching for it a lot. So to me, it's going to be in my favorites. NYX came out with these Pro Fix sticks and I'm all about them. They also have some color correcting shades. I like to use the pink one under my eyes. I used pretty much half of this pink stick under my eyes today. For most of the day today, I've been in a foul mood. I've had a horrible sleep, but doing this video's helping my energy. But this pink stick does amazing for brightening underneath of my eyes. It cancels out like the bluish purpley tones for me really nicely, and the coverage is awesome in these. And for the normal concealing shades, I've been all about it. It looks amazing underneath of my eyes. It has like a really nice soft matte finish to it that blurs just the perfect amount, and it's awesome for spot correcting as well. So it just cuts the shine, kind of diffuses the areas you're trying to conceal really well. It's been my new like spot correcting concealer. I said this a few times before, but it's very similar to the NARS Complete Soft Matte Concealer Pot and the Clé de Peau Concealer Stick. So it has that nice velvety softening texture, but it's not so matte that it dries the heck out of your skin. It still lays on top of my skin perfectly. Like, I love these. I just love the versatility too, so this has been a huge favorite of mine and I highly recommend these. So now diving into some setting powders. This is the Flower Nose setting powder. They came out with 3 shades. There's a purple one, just white translucent one, and this pink one. So I was very excited about these in the beginning. They have a very finely milled, soft feature to them that I really enjoy. And underneath of the eyes, they're super blurring and diffusing. It just looks like porcelain skin. So I love that. And the pink was really nice. It's a little bit more peachy pink than like the cool pinks we see when it comes to powders. So I thought there's like a unique quality to it, and there's a really nice packaging, all of that. But this one has some pretty intense flashback, and I just can't risk that. So if you don't really take flash photos, maybe this would be a fit for you. I do often, so I just know that this is going to be forgotten. So for me, like, I like it, but I'm never going to use it again. So I would say steer clear of it. I don't recommend it. So for the one size powder, I've only used these once so far, so this is going to go in the tested out section. Then we have the M Cosmetics Portrait Mode Refining Setting Powder. This stuff is lovely. Okay, it's so cute. It's so cute. I love the looks of the packaging. What's inside is even more amazing. It's such a thin powder, but it blurs like no other. You'll see in the demo here, it just cuts the shine, blurs my skin out, and it leaves my skin looking like that for so long. Like, I don't have to blot my face throughout the day. It is super strong in the setting department and the blurring department, but it feels so thin and barely there. Like, it doesn't feel like you're wearing a setting powder, which I love. It doesn't over dry your skin at all. It's awesome. It's so awesome. So this is a big, huge favorite. It's amazing, and it's starting to become like one of my top favorite powders. I've been reaching for it every single day since I tried it. I have a couple of highlighters here. These are the flower nose ones that they came out in the Little Angel collection. They're just okay. Every single one has a very different finish. The best one I found was the Chanting Anthem. It's the one that has the smoothest result, and the more you work it in, it looks okay, but it still like stands off my face a little bit, and it looks like too artificial to me. I can't put it better, but this other shade right here, Moon River, is really cool. I kind of use it more as like a topper. It's like a super glittery blue violet reflecting highlight. It is really pretty, but it's like a pure glitter, almost like the size of like the Moon Dust eyeshadows from Urban Decay. So I'll use it in that purpose for sure, but as a highlighting powder, big no for me. So if you have like the same preferences to me for highlights, stay away from these. So I just know that these aren't going to be like long-lasting favorites of mine. Then we have the Makeup Forever Artist Highlighters. I have the shades Wherever Pearl and Anywhere Glimmer. Anywhere Glimmer is pretty glittery. Like, it looks like a little gold bar. It looks really promising in the packaging. It looks like it's going to polish really well on the cheeks, but same kind of thing. These look really artificial and kind of more particly, kind of pixie dust-esque, I guess. Like, they don't leave like a consistent highlight streak. It just kind of looks scattered and kind of unflattering and almost more textured like. Not a fan. The texture though feels really nice and silky. As like an eyeshadow, maybe, but I wouldn't buy these for eyeshadow purposes. They're just okay. But speaking about the artist blushes from the same collection, these have taken over my life, especially the shade Wherever Rose. That's the blush I'm wearing today, with another one kind of layered on top, but Wherever Rose, I've been pairing this with whatever I'm wearing on my skin. It's like such a pretty sunburny kind of berry shade. It's so cute. I just can't get enough of it. I also have this one. This is Limitless Berry, which I would say is like kind of the same tonal family, but this would be better if you have a deeper complexion than I do. It's just a little bit more punchy. And then I have Anywhere Peach, which is also really cute. It's like a really nice soft peach that I'm more drawn to, this type of peach that almost looks beigey in a sense. Love those. But this blush formula, although it's just like a simple powder blush, it reminds me a lot of the Dior powder blushes. It has that nice like blurring quality to it, but these are just a little bit more pigmented than those. But such a silky formula, great blendability. Like, they don't just adhere to one spot and stay there. They diffuse wonderfully. I just am so connected to this one. It's so good. So that's a very tip-top favorite of mine for the month. Then we have the Flower Nose cream blushes. These look stunning. I really like these two colors. This is Flaming Heart, which is kind of like a nice bronzy brick shade, and this one is Floral Praise, which is like a really cute, vibrant kind of corally pink. These are nice. They have like a nice blurring quality to them, but they also have a little bit of a dew. They feel really nice and plush, super blurring, and they're quite easy to work with as well. They almost have like a melting blush quality to them, so if you swatch it with your fingers, you can see it starts to get dewy, but then it kind of mattifies a touch once it's on your cheek. You can see on this side here how it's a little bit more matte, so that just really helps with the blending. It just makes it look really nice and seamless. It sinks in really pretty. So these are pretty good, but there's just something about them that I'm not like completely hooked or connected. So for me, they're going to go in my light section. Like there's a draw missing for me, I don't know. So now let's talk about the One Size Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio. I have the shade Freaky Peach, and I don't really love this tone on my skin tone. It's like too orange or something. So I don't know if I have like the best experience with this one. I don't like the highlighting shade. The powder blush just feels like any other kind of powder blush to me. And I had not the best experience with the cream blush in here. It feels kind of like a silicone-y, moussey texture. If you know like the Air Whipped blushes from NARS, it's a very similar feel to that. So it feels like nice and airy and moussey. Not like Patrick Ta, how his cream blushes have like a silky, balmy feel to them. These ones are completely matte. Oh, these also remind me a lot of like the e.l.f. putty blushes. Just the way that they apply on my cheek, they kind of like gather up and look patchy. So I don't know if it's just due to this one color. I'd have to try out another one that I'm more drawn to. This just felt okay to me. I would be open to trying a different color, but my experience with this one was just meh. But speaking about Patrick Ta, he came out with 3 new shades in his blush duos, and I think these must be my favorite shades. Like they're so cute. I feel like these ones are better suited for people with lighter skin tones. A lot of his other blushes are very pigmented, so if you find that they just apply way too much for you, then maybe these colors would be better suited, but they're really, really cute. My favorite has been this one. This is like my favorite type of orange blush. It has like kind of like a corally peach vibe to it that I think is so cute. I've also used this on my lips. It's super cute. It's very vibrant, very beautiful. I'm all about it. So there's that shade. I also filmed a few shorts. I swatched all of these on my cheeks, as well as every single Patrick Ta blush I have in my collection. So if you want to see all of that, I'll link them down below. Forewarning, I pile on my blushes when I'm doing swatching videos just so you can see the intensity and like the true color of them. Just in case if you have a different skin tone, like you want to know if it's going to build up and show up on your complexion and such. But these are awesome. Super, super cute. I am already such a lover of his blush formula, so I'm always welcoming more shades. So the new shade extension is a huge yes for me. So now we have the Dasique blush palettes. I'm pretty new to these. I purchased this one not too long ago because of the strawberry. We all know how in love I am with strawberries. I just thought it was so cute, and it is so cute. And these are nice. I really like how these ones perform. I also have this one in Muted Nuts and this one in Violet Knit. I'll try to hold all 3 of these. Hold on. So these are cute. I like the size for a blush palette, and each shade does show up differently. I think these are awesome. But if you have a deeper complexion, I don't know how these would show up on you right now. They do have kind of like a lighter pigmentation to them, which is pretty typical for K-beauty. But other than that, they have a good formula. It's just like a typical, nice, softer, more blurring powder blush. So for me, I would say I like them. Up next are the Camel liquid blushes from e.l.f. I really like these. I like how they're a little bit different than other liquid blushes I have in my collection. They have really intense pigmentation, just like the Rare Beauty ones, but they have a little bit of a sheen to them, which just amplify the dew. I find that these are super easy to blend too. If you apply a little bit into the palm of your hand, work it in with a brush, and then go onto your cheek, then you'll have flawless look every single time. But the colors are so cute, they perform well, they last well. There's nothing negative here. They're awesome. So for me, very easy yes. They're going to the favorites. You're going to Hollywood. I feel like American Idol for some reason. And then lastly for blushes, I have the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tints. I love these. So they are a little tricky to apply if you apply them directly on with the stick, but the best way to use these is taking a brush and picking some off directly from the stick, then applying. That way you'll have a very consistent look and you won't have like a touchdown streak, you know, like it won't just stain one spot. That way you have a very effortless diffused spot. I love these. I like how many ways I've figured out to use them. If you want to know all the ways, I have a video on it, so I'll link that down below as well. The colors are so cute and I cannot wait to wear these all the time in the summer. They're really nice and vibrant. The stains are very long wearing. You can also use these on your lips. The versatility is unmatched with these, so super fun. And the texture is what made these go viral. They have such a fun bounce to them. Boop, boop, boop. They look like a little push pop. I could go for a push pop right now. This website's trying to boss me into logging out and logging back in. I'm busy. I don't have to do that right now. Okay, so talking about the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. I've only used this once in that initial video, so it's a little aggressive for me, so this is another one I'll have to test out more. I don't know if I like the setting sprays in an aerosol can. It's a little... I don't know if I like that. Intense for my nostrils, you know? But now I have some brow products here. So I've been really liking this Urban Decay Big Bush brow. I use the shade Neutral Nana. I really like this for a tinted brow gel. It sculpts my brows at the same time. I feel like a lot of tinted brow gels don't offer like the most hold, but this one like sculpts and fills them in and makes them look really nice and full. And it adheres to my skin underneath of my brows really well, which is something I look for because I do have oily skin, so even the skin underneath of my brows tend to eat up eyebrow products throughout the day and they kind of like slip away, but this is on until I take it off. I haven't been really even filling in my brows with a brow pencil. I just kind of use the tip of this and use this as my brow pencil, kind of like this, and then I'll smudge it out like so. So this is a big yes to me. I've been using it nonstop. And they also have this Slick Day Brow, which looks like this. It has a really fun brush. I enjoy brushing this through my brows so much. It feels so good to me. And I love how it gets every single hair coated. But this is not the type of brow gel that will really laminate your brows. It kind of just holds them in place, which is good. I have been really liking it. But there is a brow gel that has been outshining it all. So I would say I like this one. I like it, but I kind of like the laminating brow gels lately, just so that they just solidify my brows in place all day. This, I think, is the brow gel of all brow gels. I freaking love it. So if you like the e.l.f. Brow Lift or the Rare Beauty brow gel, you're gonna be obsessed with this one, okay? It's very similar to the Rare Beauty one in consistency and like application wise, because it comes with a little spoolie, which I love. It just makes it a lot easier, but it has this handy dandy dual-ended brush on top here that you can really lay down your brows if you want to laminate them, to just shape them. It just has everything you need in one little tube. And this one does not get white in your brows at all if you start sweating or if you add too much. It has everything I've been wanting in a brow gel. I can't explain how good this one is. It's ridiculously good. It is my new favorite brow gel for sure. So now I have a bunch of eyeshadow palettes. Ooh, so many. So starting with the Little Angel palettes from Flower Nose, I really like the neutral one. The shimmers in here are to die for. I'm wearing one of them on my eyes today. It's the shade here that has a little bit more of like a pinky hue to it. They sparkle like no other. Like so gorgeous. And the mattes in here perform really well. You can build them up a lot. I like how you can kind of go for like a neutral look or a cool toned look. This kind of has been really doing it for me lately. But I thought I was going to like this one more, the one that has blues and purples, but I actually have been kind of left disappointed by this one. The colorful shades in here don't adhere to my eyelid really well, even if I'm using it on like my damp Fenty Beauty super waxy eye primer. It just kind of dusts away. And the shimmers in here are a little lackluster in comparison to other Flower Nose products I've tried. So this one I would say avoid, but this one I do really like it, but I wouldn't say it's like a top favorite. But if you want like a nice blue palette, this one is very similar in tones, I guess. There's just lacking purples, and the blues in here are a little bit more periwinkle, whereas this is like, it has a little bit more of a sky blue vibe, but this one performs a lot better. The shimmers in here have good opacity, and same with the mattes. They have great adherence and they build up and they stay a while. So this one I've been liking a lot. This is the palette in 05 Moonlight Land. Why can't I read this? Holy moly, I'm having the hardest time. Moonlight Mermaid series. That one is really good. I think that one is going to my favorites because I've been wanting like a sky blue shadow that performs so well like that for so long. And this one is from the Strawberry Rococo series. This is the palette in 05 Creamy Macarons, and it's just full of these pastels, and these actually are killer pastels. A lot of times they're not pigmented enough or they don't have like enough oomph, but these ones show up really well without having to use like a similarly colored cream base to them. Like I can just wear these and it's fine. Really good for pastels. And then we've got the Creamy Obsession palettes from Huda Beauty. I've only used these once so far in that initial video, and I was left feeling a little meh about them. So I still have to test these out, but that was still my first impressions. I'm going to try these out more and I'll let you know my next roundup. I purchased this early on in the year. This is the Judydoll highlighter in 05. I believe there's 3 other shades. There's one that's like matte, and then the other ones have like a natural silky sheen, more so like what we see normally for highlights. But this is like Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadow kind of dupe, but there's a lot of different size glitters in here. There's some very, very small particles and some larger particles, and it looks absolutely stunning just all over the lid or as a eyeshadow topper. It's beautiful. So this is a high favorite of mine too. Then we have the Judydoll mascara. This is such a unique one. The wand is just like an iron stick. It's like, how do you think that, it's like, how the heck would that work? But it works pretty well. It adds a good length to my lash and it holds the curl really well. It doesn't come close to my love for the Clio Kill Lash, unfortunately, but if you just want like a natural lash tint with a little bit of lift and a strong curl hold, I think you'd really like it. I don't like using this on my lower lashes. I find it very difficult and I tend to like poke the stick under my eyes. So I like it, but it doesn't come close to my Clio Kill Lash. Now we're left with a bunch of lip products. I feel like there's so many lip products coming out lately. Let's start with the e.l.f. Cream Glide lip liners. These are really nice. They have a really good glide to them. They're very creamy, but they have a good longevity too. Like they end up setting down a little so they don't just wipe away like a normal lipstick would. But one thing that drives me nuts is these lids do not stay on at all. They're very loose fitting. So I never take one in my purse when I go out for the day because I just know it's gonna get lipstick in my Valentino makeup bag. I don't have a Valentino makeup bag. It's a Vine reference. But it drives me absolutely nuts. So these are lip liners that just stay at home, but for $2, the formula is insane. But I hope they fix the lid issue because it's not good. It's not good. But my favorite shade has been Mauvicide. That's the one I'm wearing today with one of the products I'll be talking about here. But really nice and creamy, super glidey, great pigmentation, and for like and for like $2, insane. For $2, I'm just going to wrap a piece of tape around them and call it a day. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot to rank the lip liners. I'm going to put it in I like it, but I feel like they really need to fix that lid issue because that's not good. But now let's get into the other lip products. I purchased this because it is my birthday month and I felt like it was a coincidence even though it came out in February. I'm just going to say it came out in March just for me. This is really cute. It's the Summer Fridays Lip Balm in Birthday Cake. It's really nice. It has kind of like a milky pink tone to it, but with a lot of glitter and shimmer. I don't feel like a grainy vibe with this at all. And whenever I wear this, I get nonstop questions what I'm wearing on my lips. And it's just this lip balm. It's very impactful. It has such a cute tone. Here, I'll add a little bit on top of here just so we can see. But the glitter and the shimmer adds so much volume to your lips. It makes the glossy effect so much glossier. It feels really nice. The one thing that was off-putting to me in the beginning is that it does smell like birthday cake, so it does smell pretty stickingly sweet, which I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to get past that, but the effect is so cute. I got over it quickly, and I feel like it dissipates, or maybe I just get used to it, but the effect is so worth it for me. It's so cute. Pair this with like a everyday lip liner, and I'm good. Really nice and hydrating. I did write off the Summer Fridays lip balms for a while because some of the tinted ones taste really gross to me, but this one doesn't have that. It's more so like the brown one that tastes really weird. I can get by with other ones. So just had to throw that out there. I freaking love this stuff. It's been in my purse nonstop. That's where I had to go grab this stuff to mention all of this to you. So this is a favorite of mine for sure. I love how it just looks like a really cute gloss with so much hydration and it just heals my lips so well. Then we have another tinted lip balm. These are the Tower 28 Lipsofties. I purchased the shade Ube Vanilla. Really, really nice. The applicator kind of drives me nuts. It doesn't apply it really smoothly. I wish they came out with an applicator like the Summer Fridays ones or like what we typically see. This is kind of like an old-fashioned lip gloss tube. And like if you look at it from the front, I swear it looks exactly like a little peen. Don't love that. Or maybe I kind of do. I don't know. It's funny, but it does apply it a little weird, but with a little bit of finesse, it looks great. This is what I was wearing the entire video up until I applied a little bit of the Summer Fridays. So really good pigmentation, great longevity, and it does soften my lips a lot. I love how juicy these make my lips look. The colors are really cute. Like I am thinking of getting the red one. Like, I don't know. I'm all about these. This is kind of what I was hoping the effect would be from the juice sticks that they came out with. Those had no juice to them though, but this this does. And it feels super, super nice. Love these. I wanted to purchase the deepest color to see the pigmentation, because sometimes with deeper lip balms, they tend to like settle in the cracks of your lips, or they look really patchy and uneven. Very even lip product here. So 10/10s all around. Haus Labs came out with tinted lip glosses, and I think these are starting to become my favorites, especially the shade Fig. I've been wearing this nonstop. This is also what's been in my purse constantly. I've been creating makeup looks just so that I could wear this deeper, rich gloss. Stunning pigmentation, really great wear for a gloss. Like, it has a little bit of tack to ensure that it sticks on your lips. Like, it doesn't feel like too slippery, or it doesn't fade away too fast. The pigmentation's so good. I also purchased Macaron, which is kind of like a cute pinky shade, but I've been starstruck by Fig. Really great glass sheen, even and sleek pigment. There's no settling or anything like that. I've been completely in love. So another favorite. This has been a very positive video, I feel. Following up, we have some of these clicking sticks. These are from e.l.f. These are the Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen. I don't like these. I know these are going crazy on TikTok right now. So the first time I tried them, I did apply way too much on my lips, and it did lead to a lot of gloopy lines. But if you apply just a sheer veil of this, it looks really nice. These are very, very sticky though. Sticky, like old-fashioned glosses sticky. And I just don't love that sensation anymore. I feel like there's other lip plumping pens like this that work a lot better, that feel a lot more seamless and chill on my lips. I just don't like the tack at all. These also have like a mentholy cooling feel, but also like a stingy plumping feel. And the two mixed together like that tends to numb my lips, and I feel like I blub my words together. It's weird. I don't love these at all, actually. So for me, these are meh. But I do like the NYX version a lot more. These are quite on par with other higher end clicky pens like this, like the MAC ones or the About Face. These just have a little less pigmentation to them, which I'm not mad about. I kind of like the sheerer vibe, but it has like a really nice feel on the lip. It doesn't have that mentholy minty or the ouchy plumpy. I feel like I'm more keen on these. The colors are really cute too. So these, I would say I like a lot more. Up next are the Flower Nose matte lipsticks. This is from the Little Angels collection too. So these are super matte, super blurring lips, like almost the most blurring lipsticks I've ever tried. They fill in all of my lip lines, give that super like plump, soft lip look, like almost like Princess Peach in the Mario movie. That's exactly it, but not glossy. So if you have a lot of texture, these are going to completely blur that area out. I still want to film like a swatching shorts of all of these, because I haven't found like my favorite color out of the line yet, but they're super, super soft, super silky, and kind of like a silicone-y feel. They're not like non-transferring or anything. They just feel really nice and plush on your lips, and they don't like take all the hydration out of your lips either. Oh, I like this one. That one's cute. That's the shade CO3 Radiant something. I dig these, but I feel like I haven't had enough time with them. Like, I haven't worn any of these outside of the house, so I may need to test that one out more before giving you like my full thoughts on those, but so far super blurring and plush feeling. And then lastly here we have the Dior lipsticks. They recently reformulated them. So I have a satin one and a matte one to talk about here. I really like the matte ones. Usually I'm all about like shiny lip products. I usually gravitate towards like glosses instead of matte lipsticks, but in this scenario, I love the mattes. My favorite has been the shade 300 Nude Style. It's this one here. It's kind of like a 90s brown, but with a little bit of like a rosewood tone to it. It's so pretty. I like to just tap on a little bit of this and then blur it out, but wearing it at full opacity is stunning too. This kind of blurs out the lip lines. It doesn't enhance them at all, and it doesn't have like a transfer proof vibe. It's more like just a matte look, but it feels still nice and hydrating, but not to take away anything from the satins either. They're really, really nice, super glossy, but really nice opaque base to them. Love them. Really, really quality lipsticks here. So if you want something bougie or you want to get someone special a really good gift, like these are amazing. So I would say these are in my faves too. So we have a lot of favorites this time around. I usually feel like my likes section is the biggest, or sometimes my meh section is huge. But yeah, 2024 has so far come out with a lot of bangers. And here's our final rankings. Let me know how you feel about this style. I could also try to do it in like a tournament style too, but I feel like the ranking is maybe better. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'm open to your suggestions, but that's going to be all from me. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will have everything listed and linked in the description box down below, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!